Hand clap to the massive brothers and sisters. We are finally back. We finally made it to the very first out of the only reaction I'll be dropping on this here vibrations today, guys. Of course, a bit later on I'll be dropping a live interaction vibration around 7:45, 7:30, 7:45, around that time right there. Of course, brothers and sisters, well, I'll be doing one on the BrBpTV platform of none other than Melissa Scarrett. And a number of you guys have been sending me the clips and stuff of her, so I say, hey, okay, let me react to that one as well. So big up everybody out there for definitely tuning into these vibrations. Don't forget to click the like button. I would appreciate that. Click the thumbs up button, guys, and of course subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get the latest vibrations when they tend to come through. Post notifications right there. Of course, I also dropped another video on the BrBpTV platform, pretty much dealing with the national budget, which I think is rather interesting. And of course, this is most likely what we're going to be talking about in this reaction, guys. But I think you guys definitely need to go and check out the BrBpTV snippet that I actually did. For those who haven't seen the full podcast, snippets has been set up. Of course, I think that one is very vital that you guys need to take a listen specifically to that one right there. I asked the question, is the national budget a gimmick, brothers and sisters? Is it a show? Not necessarily to be implemented, but just to say, hey guys, look, we're doing things, money. But then we're not really seeing how that money is being spent, especially when people are talking about jobs and jobs. But anyways, brothers and sisters, without further ado, let us get into the vibrations for today. Of course, we have this individual right there. He is not naked, brothers and sisters. He, of course, is a swimmer known as Warren, I think. Anyways, he's a swimmer for Dominica, brothers and sisters, participating in the Olympics. And of course, we have some statistics right there. Warren Lawrence, yes, that's his name right there, brothers and sisters. The national swimmer, Warren Lawrence, came up short in his bid to qualify for the semifinals of the men's 50 meters heats at the 2024 Paris Summer Olympic Games this morning. Lawrence is the first Dominican swimmer to participate in the Olympics since the year 2000, brothers and sisters. Of course, 2000 Sydney Games right there. He's, of course, the son of former Olympic swimmer Woody Lawrence, who represented Dominica back in the 1996 Atlanta Games. So it seems like it was a long time, and there was somebody else who became the swimmer for Dominica back in 2000, the year 2000, the new millennium. Yeah. Anyways, brothers and sisters, so he participated back in 1996. This, of course, is almost 30 years. I think it's 28 years right there, brothers and sisters, which is rather interesting right there, man. My goodness gracious. All right then, brothers and sisters. But of course, it's not done yet. But of course, Lawrence swimming in the heat number 4, swam a time of 24:67 seconds, managing to finish 5th place in the very competitive heat right there. Of course, his time was just a little behind his personal best. Of course, his personal best is 24:51, which is about 16.16 seconds. Yes, 0.16 seconds behind his personal best right there, brothers and sisters. The heat was won by this individual right there of Switzerland, who swam in the time of 22.95 seconds, brothers and sisters. The top 16 swimmers, of course, would have advanced into the semifinals. And of course, Warren's time of 24:67 seconds, while it was good enough, very close to his personal best, for 5th in his section, it meant that he finished 52nd overall out of 37 other 73 other competitors right there. So of course, he did not come out last. He definitely was not within the last region. So I think for his first time being in there, and as a young boy, I think he's 16 years of age, of course, he has a lot of elevation and of course potential right there as well. So kudos to him for definitely not coming out last, and of course for representing Dominica in that regard right there. Tough competition. The Olympics is the best of the best, and it's always good to see individuals at least having some sort of Dominica bloodline in them to at least represent him. But I do have to mention that one day, hopefully, we will get to see Dominicans in Dominica representing the Olympics. I remember Luan Gabriel. Anyways, Luan was there as well, I guess as somebody to just compete in that regard, but she never went again. But you know, it is what it is, brothers and sisters. And of course, we're just hoping for the best as time goes by in that regard right there. There, of course, is more and more Dominicans to compete. There's also another swimmer, female swimmer. I haven't seen anything about her, or anything of her has not been sent to me. So, and of course there's Octavia Alfred, and of course there is Dominica as well, who will be participating in the athletics competition right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, so that is the latest in that vibrations right there. Of course, under the Kenfield clip, brothers and sisters, we see that there's an accident that took place. I don't know why. That's very interesting music, brothers and sisters. Interesting music of sorts. Right there, brothers and sisters. But this is the incident. It doesn't seem like there's any. Well, there's a truck there. I'm not sure if the truck is removing this or the truck is actually involved in this accident. But be careful on the road, brothers and sisters. Especially under the Kenfield cliff, you know it can be a bit dangerous. Dangerous. It also looks like there's some sort of debris on the ground that could have facilitated in that regard. Right there. I'm not really sure why the individuals, the powers that be, or not powers that be, but the leaders don't see, hey, we have a lot of incidents under there where you say, yeah, and a lot of rocks and stuff falling around certain regions. Maybe we should do something about it, you know. But I haven't seen anybody trying to do anything about this stuff. All right, I guess they're just concentrating on making money for themselves. I don't know. Is it true, brothers and sisters? I do not know. But it has been indicated, brothers and sisters, that what is happening in Parliament is all about lying, brothers and sisters, especially on the DLP side. It's just lie to make people feel better about the country that they have created through their policies and, of course, their agendas, of which they seem to be elevating, but the rest of the country is not elevating, and they seem to be lying. This individual put them. Shame on him, brothers and sisters. Shame on him. Who would have thought this doctor would become such a liar? What did he lie about? Maybe I should actually react to that video. What are your thoughts, guys? You let me know that in the comment box below. He knows he's lying, but speaks the lies of Scary the dictator. It's very interesting that I've stated that sentiment as well. Not only me, brothers and sisters, but of course we have the Grandpa Kenty speaking on that understanding as well. Take a listen.
Listen to the Grandpa. It has some people that don't know the truth.
Yeah, it has some people that do not know the truth. That's true.
And they are ignorant. But it has some people that know the truth.
There are people on one hand that do not know the truth, brothers and sisters. And on the other hand, there are people that know the truth. I wonder which one is more dangerous. Those who know the truth, or those who don't know the truth and are blessed in ignorance. You say ignorance is bliss. They say that for a reason. Because you don't know. It's bliss.
And when you know the truth, and you can go on a podium and lie.
And lie.
Blatantly lie.
Blatantly lie, brothers and sisters. Of course, people who have thinking heads and listening to what is going on know best of the different people who came to speak from what I've seen already. All they do is just lie to the public, brothers and sisters. Just consistently lie. They make claims that they cannot substantiate. They say things that they cannot substantiate because it sounds nice. But when you look at objective reality, what they're saying is not seen at all. So they just come here to lie to the people. Everybody is saying this. It's not just me. Everybody is saying this. First of all, this individual speaking did not make this. I did not make this. There is something going on. A concerted effort, brothers and sisters, to just lie to the people. And I believe in my heart of hearts, brothers and sisters, when I say this. I believe that the government scared told his people to come and lie to the people. To make it seem as if that everything is fine and dandy. Come and tell them lies. It's very interesting that he's making that statement right there.
And they are ignorant. But it have some people that know the truth. And when you know the truth. And you can go on a podium and
lie.
Blatantly lie.
Blatant. You don't fret God, boy. You don't fret God. Yeah.
You is a vehicality. Nice
Kawat.
and creamy.
Nice
Bright
and creamy.
Oh,
we know who you're talking
about.
about.
Best thing an educated person can come up with about Portsmouth. Sakwe mate. Sakwe sutiwe.
Sutiwe.
Vehicality.
Vehicality. Vehicawat, man. Brothers and sisters. But you know, it's interesting. When you look at the dynamics of what is happening, brothers and sisters, it seems like a number of ministers are coming on the podium and just lying to the people. But you know where I think it started? I could be wrong, but this is where I think it started. I think it started with this individual right there. Dronilia, aka Octavia Alfred, aka Shake Your Pampalam. Now, why do I say this? Let me substantiate my claims, brothers and sisters. Remember when Dronilia came and tell the people this?
You have to shake up your pampalam and look for you too.
You have to shake up your pampalam?
You have to shake up your pampalam and look for you too.
You have to shake up your pampalam and look for you too. Now, somebody, anybody, everybody, what do you think that actually means? You have to shake up your pampalam and look out for you too. That sounds like maybe you'll have to do, you know what your pampalam is? Oh, your pampalam, if you know what your pampalam is, well, you're not supposed to know. All right. Maybe somebody else will tell you, but you're not going to hear it from me. But it's not in the basis of her making that statement, you know, brothers and sisters. The basis of she making that statement is fact. We have it on record. All right. I have a number of the other clips. So, you know. But the basis of her making that statement is fact. We just heard it right there. You know, the problem with that statement is when she come in and say that she heard that statement from Teacher Ernie. She said she heard that statement from Teacher Ernie. No, is it that Teacher Ernie lie when she say she has never said this kind of thing, that she don't know what Ma'am Zelle talking about? Paraphrasing, of course. Or Dronilia, in her era of being caught in the nonsenseism that she and her colleagues include, well, in the nonsenseism, I think the nonsenseism have been started by Melissa. You remember gravitating outwards? Yes, that is the nonsenseism. I think the nonsenseism started with Melissa Skerritt Popon. Okay? And she must have indoctrinated that fashion into herself and then trying to make claims that of which she cannot prove. Shake your pampalam and look out for yourself, brothers and sisters. And then she says she get that message from Teacher Ernie. And Teacher Ernie come and say, what? Me? Tiffy? Me? Not me. Somebody else you hear that from, but she wanted to put blame. She didn't realize what she's saying is not something you have to go and tell students. Go and shake up the pampalam. You're telling them to go on from Jezebel ways. It's very interesting. Don't you know the Bible? To go and tell people shake their pampala. Even if you were to hear that statement from her, which I highly doubt is the case, but hey, who knows? Even if you should know that this is not something you go and telling students, especially when they are dependent on you for you to do what? Supply their needs and your promises that you have made to them when it comes down to the education system. So I think this is where it started. The lies, the blatant lying for no reason. Nobody tell you and say so. Nobody had a pellet to your head. Nothing. You just decide you want to lie on somebody else as is. And then, of course, we have none other than Finela, brothers and sisters. We have the legendary Finela. Okay? So Finela,
Mr. Speaker,
Finela was talking about all jobs jobs are open at longer. I think that she can see.
Based on my research, and I like to be on the ground. I like to be in everything in my constituency.
Now, before she continued, plenty more jobs she claiming, eh? Spanish bars alone open late, okay?
Mr. Speaker, supermarkets are expanding. Fact.
With supermarket in Portsmouth are expanding, brothers and sisters. Let me know that in Portsmouth. Maybe she's talking about the Caribbean, because what she's saying there, you know, you're not trying to make her seem like a liar, brothers and sisters. Even though it's blatant lie, she's lying on Dominica. But let's say she's saying the truth. There's somewhere in the Caribbean that she may or may not know that is expanding. She didn't say where, okay? So she said one fact.
Apartments are filling up, Mr. Speaker. Fact.
Apartments filling up where? Okay, so that can be, you know. But in Dominica, apartments filling up where? Brothers and sisters, they make Ross go, which means they make thousands of the American students leave. And as a result of making thousands leave, less people are now in the Caribbean. Maybe she's drawing the point on a certain time frame where people are leaving their parents' houses, trying to make a little something, you know, and also trying to save a $200 as well. So maybe they're leaving to go out in the other apartments, so they harbor in the apartments all over the place in Portsmouth. So maybe that's what she's talking about. Maybe, brothers and sisters. But to make this sentiment as if apartments are being filled like it used to be filled before is lie, brothers and sisters. Blatant lies right there. So,
and Mr. Speaker, businesses are staying open later.
So that's the Spanish bars have always been staying open, brothers and sisters. The Spanish bars have always been staying open. And the businesses that are making money, last they have to open a little bit longer, but she's giving kudos to that sentiment. She's giving that credit to the Dominica Labour Party. Interesting right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, we dealt with this one already. It's very sad that she was saying these things, and she believes in herself. Now, Grandpa Kenty made a vital point. Is when you know the truth and you go against it. She knows the truth, brothers and sisters, but she's been trying to convince herself that what she's seen is not the truth, and therefore is making up things in her head with maybe a little something here and there, with businesses maybe opening up as a result of them not making a surplus that they need, or making the amount of money, or meeting their quotas. She's probably saying these things as if it's something good. But she knows the truth. She knows why they are opening. She knows. I've also heard that she's one of the individuals when one of the bars are playing that is normally open in the night. I heard that she tends to call, I don't know if it's true, it's alleged that she tends to call the police because they play music in the night time. It's always an interesting stuff when it comes down to this dilemma right there. But when you know the truth, and she knows the truth, nobody can tell me she doesn't know the truth. But when your leader comes and tells you maybe you have to say something, or your leader is alleged to be saying, okay, you guys need to make sure that you tell your people that everything is fine and dandy. Even if they come with grievances, you make it seem as if everything is okay, because you have not only gotten a higher salary that you would not get in where you used to work before, you have also gotten an increase by 20 to 30%, be more or less, brothers and sisters. You have also gotten an increase on top of that. So you have been making a salary that you have never been making before. It's best you stay in that and you lie to the people, because that's what we want. You show your loyalty to me, not to the people who are apparently supposed to be voting for you. You show your loyalty to me. This is why government, scary them, chose their people to put up for the LP. Isn't that true? I heard in Portsmouth there, the people didn't want Ian to go, even though Ian doesn't really do nothing in Posse. He's fighting for boy, that's something else. To fight for somebody else to come and do something for you, to not do nothing for you, then claim that everything is bright and creamy in Posse, brothers and sisters, is truly shocking to the highest level. But then again, you have to blame the people for that. Because the people not only know the truth, they've seen and feeling the truth themselves, while the leaders are better off. They have higher paying jobs, they get bonuses or whatever, they get increase in their wages. They literally have living wages in the country. So they get to face this, and they in turn, who know the truth, come and lie to the people. Black is white. Really? Is that nice? Is that nice, brothers and sisters? Is that nice right there? And we end up with this. We end up with that right there. Bright and creamy, and the rest is dark and hard, brothers and sisters. Some people say they like it dark and hard. Well, tell Dominica, take your light down for a week. You will definitely see darkness. It is, brothers and sisters, it just doesn't stop there, you know. It's very interesting that we had a particular individual who was at the back of her listening to what she was saying right there. And look at his expression.
Plenty more jobs. Mr. Speaker, based on my research, and I like...
When she said plenty more jobs, he's looking around as if you guys not hearing what I mean. Did I really hear this? Did I really hear what she was saying? Is that fact? Is that true that I heard that she said plenty more jobs?
Plenty more jobs. Mr. Speaker, based on my research, and I like to be on the ground. I like to be in everything in my constituency. Mr. Speaker, supermarkets are expanding. Fact. Apartment...
You keep looking around.
And are filling up, Mr. Speaker. Fact. And Mr. Speaker, businesses are staying open later. Fact. Mr. Speaker, listen to this one. Mr. Speaker, even the ice cream shop opens for longer hours and business bright and creamy. And Mr. Speaker, that is what we want. That is what we want. And that, Mr. Speaker, is the work of the Labour-led
what is here?
But
the nice side, brothers and sisters.
Mr. Speaker. And
that side, brother and sister. Maybe somebody call him or something of that. So let's just say maybe somebody call him. Guys, nobody in Dominica believed what she was saying. It is as if she was trying to convince herself. Can you imagine this? You know the truth, but you're trying to convince yourself that what you are saying is relatable to objective reality. What you are saying, you know the truth, but somehow you're trying to convince yourself that what you're saying, and hoping that in your conviction you'll convict the other people to believe the nonsense you are saying in front of Parliament. As an educated person, you come in and tell people nonsense. One of the things that I like about the internet, guys, is that people will always be able to find out if you're authentic in what you're doing or not. This is one of the reasons why I always try my best to be authentic as possible. When it comes down to, especially when you say I have information out there, I try my best to be authentic, because I know that people always see when there is some sort of discrepancy in what you're saying. One of the reasons why I don't tend to look at the full videos, especially when people give me videos and stuff, so I can give my authentic reaction on it. This is why sometimes I tell you guys I've seen this video for the very first time and this kind of things there. Okay? I want to give my authentic reaction on it, brothers and sisters. But it doesn't stop there. No, you would think it stopped with Finela. No, this is why a number of persons were saying that she was actually learning from Melissa, because this seemed to be like a talking vibrations, how they tend to talk. Melissa trying to convince the people, even though they know what they're saying is lies. Melissa also indicated that sentiment
every
right
year
there.
I see more skilled tradesmen climbing the career ladder.
Where you seen that? I think it's a vital. Just like when they're saying that they're seeing jobs and more jobs, like she's about to say right there, I think they should point out where exactly they are seeing this, because they might not necessarily be lying. It just might not be applicable to Dominica, because we are not seeing it in Dominica. Anytime you hear, I know a specific individual, I mentioned him yesterday, a specific individual, he's skilled. When there's little jobs to do in Dominica, he's definitely wanting to be a part of Dominica. But he knows that it will be not too long after he's going to have to be unemployed. And when he gets unemployed, he shoots to another Caribbean country. He stays over there, works and makes a lot more money than he makes in Dominica. And when that one is over right there, because he's not necessarily a citizen, he tends to come back down. It's very interesting when you look at these brothers and sisters, to go back and forth. Because you know there's no stability for you in Dominica. But Melissa is saying what?
I see more economic growth.
No, of course.
And I see jobs and jobs and jobs and more jobs.
Okay, what job she talking about? Maybe the airport she talking about, but then again, you don't even know who is working in the airport. I remember an individual, oh, I think I should react to him. I was listening to some of his thing. Mr. Paris, the Senator Paris, I think that's his name. And I was listening to some of what he was saying, and I think I should react to some of these things. He mentioned the truckers. If you've seen so much jobs, brothers and sisters, why didn't you allow the truckers to be one of the first set of people to take the initiative to help build the international airport? One of my family members told me that they were part of the bridge. No, matter of fact, a number of them told me that they helped build certain bridges in the United States. They were there. And you could tell the kind of, you know, the feeling that they have when they're driving over these bridges, completed bridges, brothers and sisters, knowing the kind of pride that they have to build bridge and seeing the bridge lasting so long that they have helped to build. It's very interesting, brothers and sisters. There's a sense of pride when it comes down to you being a participant in the very country that has made you what you are today. It can make you grumpy, you know, but it make you what you are today. You see it? And then for Melissa to come and tell people she's seen jobs upon jobs, when jobs upon jobs could have been created. Oh, matter of fact, not could have been created, but could have been had by the very locals, but instead you have a number of foreigners coming to handle it. Most of the money tends to go off overseas. Maybe the money goes overseas because maybe scared them have their cut to get. So they exaggerate prices and all those kind of things. It could be, I don't know. They exaggerate the prices and they sell it to the foreigners because the foreigners are already outside. So when these people get their monies, they make a claim or something with them that they have to get a cut. So whereas a job might cost $5 million, they indicate that the job will cost $15 million. They say, okay, fine, you get a little extra 2.5 and we take this 7.5 million. Thank you for your service. Thank you for everything. That has already gone out, brothers and sisters. What are the interesting parts that came to mind there is based on the budget. When you do budget, brothers and sisters, you're supposed to know what money is allocated to where, just like a business plan. But it doesn't seem like that is the case. And not just that. Also what Melissa them saying, jobs here, jobs there, but they cannot pinpoint. You see how it connects the dots? You see how everything connects the dots? That there's no concrete evidence in any of it that they're claiming right there. They're just making statements, blanket statements they call that. I would like them to qualify their statements and quantify it as well when it comes down to numbers. Anyways, brothers and sisters, it didn't just stop there. You will say, oh, the ladies are emotional and that's what they do. No, brothers and sisters, we have an uncle brother as well there. Take a listen to what uncle brother had to say right there.
Mr. Speaker, Dominica is a place where we can realize dreams.
That's lies. Dominica used to be a place where Dominicans used to realize dreams. How on earth is Dominica a place where you're realizing dreams and dreams? Well, he didn't say come to...
It is a place.
Oh, well, he said realize. You can realize your dreams. It will not be fulfilled in Dominica. Well, it's not too far-fetched, brothers. It's not too far-fetched, come to think of it. Right there. Dominica is a place where you realize dreams. You realize what dreams you want to do and then you leave the country right there. But I'm sure his sentiment was not on the basis of leaving. It was where you realize dreams and you fulfill them. I wonder if he said the rest of that. The individuals who saw his clip, let me know if he said, and to fulfill what you realize in Dominica, okay? So it's very interesting when you look at the scope of these things. It seems like they are pretty much pandering to the people who are listening to them. This is why when I look at their videos, I don't see much people watching their stuff either. I don't see much people watching their stuff, you know? So it's very interesting that these people seem to be licking the boots of those who have given them certain monies and expanded their salaries just for them to come and lie to the people. Just for them to lie to the people. And it's rather interesting that the ignorant who don't know better, the ignorant, I don't think, boy, that self is a debatable topic in my mind, because to be ignorant means you don't know. You might not know the nitty-gritties of things, but you can definitely see what you're going through, Mark. Well, so if you have $1, and back in the day, your dollar used to last you 2 days. Now your dollar not even lasting you an hour. I mean, my God, it should tell you that something is wrong. So when you're claiming ignorance, that self is a debatable topic, like I indicated before. How can you be ignorant of something that you can you objectively see or objectively feeling? There are people in Dominica suffering in silence and they come out. What are the abilities that... There are certain things that I know, brothers and sisters, when it comes down to people. When they come and pretend, when they come out outside and inside, you know, they're crying. You can feel the aura in these people, brothers and sisters. They might have a smile on their face, but their eyes never smile, like Kamala. You know, when she giggling, her eyes don't smile the same, brothers and sisters. So you know it's not really authentic right there. But hey, it is what it is. But you know who is profiting from all of this, brothers and sisters? Somebody asked a question about the companies on Facebook, companies, and I put a post under it and I indicated, who do you think is in charge of this? Who do you think is a ringleader all of this? Because the person was talking about, you know, companies pimping the citizens then, so to speak. The person have Dowa, Skoria, Dom, Leg, they have other companies. But I say, who do you think is a ringleader of this? Then the person indicated to me, hey, okay, it could be from ancestors of slave masters and those kind of things. I say, no, you know who it is, Uncle Boy. Right there, brothers and sisters. And of course, this is where we're going to end this stuff. This is where we're going to end it. Now, brothers and sisters, you might be saying, but Mystelics, that is just what is that, AI technology or whatever that is. You know, it could be. People just develop thing and then bow, they print it and AI just printed it and they put a head on it and, you know. Could be, brothers and sisters. But doesn't this sentiment ring true? With the understanding that the Prime Minister, with his wife, takes home about between $80,000 to $90,000 per month. Remember, they have to pay $64,000, and it's alleged that their salaries is around $22,000 combined. Melissa and Scary, obviously Scary gets more than Melissa, but you know, combine. So if you combine these 64 and 22, brothers and sisters, you can do the mathematics yourself per month. Per month, brothers and sisters. In a house that is alleged to be given by MMCE because of how well MMCE have been treated. But hey, who knows? Who knows? Right? Do you know? Anyways, brothers and sisters, it's very interesting, the topic, how it flew out. How it flew it out right there, brothers and sisters. But like I indicated before, brothers and sisters, I'll be doing a reaction on Melissa a bit later on today, so tune in for that. Tune in for that. Hopefully we don't say 2 hours and 30 minutes, although her clipping seems to be like an hour long. But we'll get through the vibrations, brothers and sisters. Tune in around 7:30, 7:45 around that time. Most likely around 7:30. I'll be thinking, but now I'm gonna eat my lunch, guys. You guys eat your lunch already? Let me go and eat my lunch so I can do these videos for you guys, so you can just continue doing the same thing over and over again. But hey, there's still rewards when people meet me and say, Mystelics, I finally understand what you're saying. Mystelics, boy, some people might, be on the edge, and so whether 1 or 2 is still, where 2 or 3 are guarded, brothers and sisters. Yeah, I think that's how it should be right there, Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Do you think that the Pal reps are licking Skerritt's boots to come and just say what they want in Parliament? When I was doing the interview with Soso, I was asking that question. Do you think that the national budget is a gimmick? Because they make allocations and it doesn't seem like they keep the allocations that they make. It doesn't seem like they do this at all. I'm just waiting for the 2024-2025 one. So we'll see how that goes as time goes by. Alright. It's about Mystelics once again, guys. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button and subscribe for more. Definitely tune in a bit later on to BrBpTV, guys. And of course, with that city right there, I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Remember, guys, be real, salute the king always, be positive.